music lovers, and welcome to my new series, The Woodshed. This will be a place where I can talk about all things guitar, mandolin, music, what's going on in the guitar communities, most importantly, interact with all you guys. I get a lot of messages and emails regarding things like pedals, tone, most importantly, picking. I know you guys like a lot of picking. So we're going to address all those things. I'm going to try to put these out on a regular basis so you guys will have a place to come and hang out with me. So for this week, we're going to start off with the #1 topic, which is this 5-note pentatonic thing that I showed on Angel Vivaldi's fundraiser for Australia. For those that don't know, Angel put together a really cool live stream that lasted about 7.5 hours. Frankly, I don't even know how he made it through it all. It was incredible. He had guys like Gus G, I think Rick Graham was in there, Anita Strauss. There were so many great players, I can't even recall off the top of my head. There was about 9 or 10 of us. And at the end of my session, he was like, hey, Andy, show us a quick alternate pick thing. And we went through it. So what I got the feedback from was regarding how I did it, how to apply it, and how you guys can do it and learn how to do it. So let's dive in here with the 5-note pentatonic. I'm gonna call it the Australia pentatonic lick of doom. All right, so that was fun, right? Now we're gonna talk about how to use it and how to play it. I'm gonna use the key of D for this week. We're going to start with the root, and I'm going to give you the harmony first, right? This is really simple in that it's our all-time favorite Mel Bay page 3 lick. It's pentatonic. What makes it cool, though, is that you're not laying it out vertically, right? You're laying it out horizontally. Unfortunately, for your right hand, it makes an even note per string, then an odd note per string, then an even note per string. So you're in 2, 3, 2, 3. Here you go. Right? So when you play it with the 2-note box shape, the problem is you run out of gas at a certain speed. Now if we play it linearly, now that's cool enough as it is, right? But one of the things that's really going to help your picking technique is playing it where you're going to be starting at the root in your first finger. And then you're going to ascend, and instead of coming back down with this thing that I just played, instead of going up and down, we're just going to keep ascending over and over again, right? So we're going to start on the root over and over, and we're going to go up to the 7th. I speak intervallically for those playing along at home, instead of fret numbers. So I will be calling out things like root, minor 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 7th. I use this shape for the G, A, and C on the G string. Now here we go. We're gonna start and keep going in that ascending pattern over and over again. You're asking yourself, how's this going to help my picking? Here's the answer. Every time, because it's an odd note grouping, it's going to reset. So you're going to start with a downstroke on the D string, right, at the 12th fret. And then when you get to the top, it's going to be inverted. And then you're going to be going to an upstroke. Check it out. Down, up, 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 down. On this, one of the things that I like to talk about is when you're playing through to increase speed, you're going to want to think about dynamics. Speed and going fast is a byproduct of precision and control. I think it's one of those things that doesn't get talked about a lot. I never sat around trying to be a fast player. I sat around trying to be a clean player and trying to be a precise player, right? So one of the tricks that I like to do, you should try it too, is pick a note in the pattern, in the set, and try to make that one note louder than the others. So here we go with the last note being the loudest. throughout that, you're gonna start feeling muscles in your arms activate every time you're coming to that. Those are the muscles that actually control the agility and the speed to be able to play this stuff, all right? So now once we're all at the end of this and we've figured out that one position and we've played through our 5-note groupings, you can start implementing it into other octaves, right? So, and I'm playing through 3 different octaves right there. Let's take a look at what it would be like to maybe just kind of play through it. And at that point, I'm just making up different combinations of how they can work because you're not doing this vertical box. You're able to mess with the harmonic order of the notes. And then to come out of it, you can just shift down with your first finger. Mother Nature's capo will get you into that box. There you go. All right, so here's a way to help visualize a really long 3-octave lick that starts on the low string. So we as guitar players, we're so used to playing bar chords. We see our roots just basically on the low E and A strings all the time. For guys that have been playing a long time, you know where your root notes are, you know where your anchor notes are throughout the fretboard. For guys that are maybe beginning or intermediate players, with a lick like this, before you even start to just get the shape under your finger, look at where your first finger is going to play all of the root notes. So obviously the easy one for D is there. The next easy one is right here because that's the double dot D for the root right there, 12th fret. And then the last one will be right up here on the B string. And if you can visualize the root, then just a few frets away is your minor third. Once you can do that, you start seeing how the shape will work. As a normal pentatonic, you would shift your third finger, right? But on this, we're going to use this shape, right? Because we got that pinky. And as you play the pinky, lift your other fingers off the string. Don't play where when you're playing, you've just got your fingers laying across the strings like this. This is like super bad habit stuff. When you shift to your pinky, your hand is already getting ready to move into that next root. And if you've been visualizing where the root is all the way, you can see how it's just a natural ascension. These 3-octave licks are a lot of fun. You hear guys like Guthrie Govan, Rick Graham, a lot of those British fusion monsters. They love this type of sound because it's so non-guitar. Typically, this is a sound you would hear a keyboard player do because the octaves on keyboard would be like play the shape, same thing, play the shape, same thing, play the shape, same thing, right? So on guitar, you get a little bit of that, but you constantly are having to move the position. And then if you're not tuned in fourths, like say Tom Quayle, you have to jump that extra little third from the G string up to the B. So one more time, root, visualization, root, the extra shift, root, and if you feel like a fancy boy, you've got the tap in the right hand to get those types of sounds. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the maiden voyage of the Woodshed. Let me know what you want to see, right? That's the most important thing about me starting to do this is interaction. I get a lot of you guys messaging me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. This is the outlet right here for me to develop some things to get to you. Leave it in the comments. Make sure to ring the bell, hit subscribe, do all that kind of good stuff. You can follow me on Instagram at Andy Wood Music. You can follow me on Twitter at AWoodShreds. If you're interested in more specific lesson content, you can jump over to andywoodmusic.com, hit the lessons section, and you can also email me there for private one-on-one lessons. Thanks for watching.